Cheers, Scott, for your time this evening. And we're just going to do sort of a bit of a personal interview today, sort of just ask some questions about yourself, how you found your time in Gainsborough, how this season's been going, and then we'll finish off with some questions about the team. Sounds good?
Yeah, sounds good to me.
Okay, so we'll start off with how have you found your time in Gainsborough at the moment, both sort of living here and sort of playing with the team. How's it been going so far?
Yeah, I've loved it. I've always been around Gainsborough. I grew up in a little village on the outskirts of Gainsborough, and then when I was a little bit older, I moved in, and then I've just loved it ever since. All my mates here, and I'm like lucky to play with all my mates at Trinity. But yeah, I'm loving it at Trinity at the minute. It's brilliant. Good
Well,
set of lads, a good laugh, good crack. I like what's going on there. Yeah.
Well, that's great to hear, mate. And how did you get involved with the team? Sort of, what were your first steps towards getting to play for Gainsborough?
I heard one of my mates mention Brad was setting something up, and I was just at the time I was looking for a new team, and so I gave Brad a message, and he said just come down to training and we'll have a look at you. And I went down to training, and luckily I made the pick.
Well, that's great to hear, mate. And from the few games I've seen you this season, I mean, it's certainly worked out pretty well so far.
Oh yeah, definitely. I've loved all of it so far this season. Just a bit soul destroying that had to come to a halt, but hopefully, fingers crossed, it'll not be long before we're back out there again.
Yeah, I think everybody's hoping everybody gets over this and all this sort of just we can move on from it pretty soon. But you've said this season's gone pretty well. What's your highlight been so far of this season and then your footballing career?
Oh, I've got too many. Obviously, I made my first team debut, which I'll never forget. That's probably the highlight of my career. But for the under-21s, I don't know, because Harworth, I came off the bench and scored two, and in the dressing rooms after losing the first two games, dressing room was just I've never been part of the dressing room like it. It was unbelievable. All the lads were buzzing. But then 3-1 down against Swallownest to win 5-3 and to get a hat trick in the game as well. That was nice. But I think after the Harworth game, that was brilliant. That.
Yeah, I remember that evening was a great result to sort of just get the season kick-started after sort of a disappointing start. And you did mention sort of the two goals you scored in that game and your hat trick against Swallownest. Out of those or out of your career, what has been your best goal, do you think, so far?
In my career? Oh. I don't know, to be fair.
A lot to pick from.
Yeah. I'd probably say it was probably a school football match. Yeah, definitely. School football match against Lincoln Christ Hospital. I was just the ball fell to me at the edge of the box, and I've just lashed at it, and it's just flew into the top corner from outside the box. Probably the best goal I've scored.
What type of sort of volley?
Oh, it was on half volley with my weak foot as well, left foot. So I was quite pleased to see that go in, to be fair.
Zidane-esque.
Oh yes, definitely.
That's great, mate. And sort of an interesting one that I always ask any sort of player who's playing at any sort of level. What's the pro or a professional that you look at and try and sort of take tips from or sort of replicate your game on? Who do you look to inspiration?
At the minute, it's probably Jamie Vardy.
Yeah,
Jamie Vardy. He's a quick striker, scores goals. There's quite a lot of running. So I just try and if I had to play like anyone, it'd be like him because I'm quite similar to him.
Yeah, on the shoulder, sort of looking to break.
Yeah.
Hit one. Yeah, that's a. I'm not gonna lie, I did sort of. That was one of the few players I had in my head that I thought you were going to say.
Yeah.
Because your play style does mimic him. Okay, I think that's quite good. That's great to hear from you, Scott, some of the facts about you. Let's go into your teammates a bit and let's ask sort of just a couple of questions about your teammates and let's hear your opinions. So we'll start off with who's got the worst trim in the squad?
Oh well, at the minute it's probably Ted. He's had to do a mullet. I can't remember. Yeah, I think he lost a bet or something, but he's got a mullet at the minute, and it looks absolutely horrendous.
If he lost a bet, how long has he got to keep it for?
I'm not too sure because we keep on going on Zoom and it's still there. I think he's quite liking it.
Oh, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not a fan of the mullet, and I can't imagine what he looked like. But fair enough then, if he lost the bet, and if he is,
Spenny Whitten's got away luckily there.
Yeah, I was going to say I thought Spencer was going to get mentioned, but as you say, he's dodged a bullet there.
Yeah, definitely Ted with a mullet. It's not for
me. Okay, now bit more open ended. This one, would you say is technically the best player in the squad? Who's sort of got the best technique?
Brad Hardy, without a doubt. Really? Brad Hardy on the ball, he's unbelievable. I'll say this all the time. I'm just so glad I'm on the same team as him because I'd hate to play against him. He's just so nippy. He's just so quick. I'm just so glad I play on the same team as him.
Well, it not only is athleticism, but also is it sort of good control, good movement.
Yeah, very very nimble.
Yeah, that's quite a good one. Right, now who's sorry, bear with me. I'm just looking for the next one. Right, who's your best mate in the squad? So who'd you say you get a lot? Who's your closest friend?
Oh God, I've got quite a few.
Good to hear. But if you did have to narrow it down to one, if you had to, who would you
say? Outside of football, it would probably be Brad Hardy again.
Really?
Brad Hardy. I always see him outside football. We always do a lot together outside football. So yeah, that's be Brad Hardy.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair play. And who would you say is the coach's pet? Who's sort of hardest just to please the gaffer? Do you reckon?
Oh, coach's pet. It's hard that. Probably Taylor. Probably Taylor, because I know they're quite close outside of football as well with his captain and everything. And if you're ever looking for Taylor, he's not that far away from Brad. So yeah, I'll have to say Taylor on that one.
Look at the one you always find the two together. Fair enough. Okay, that's decent to hear, Scott. Cheers for that. Some insight into the rest of the team. And now I guess we'll move on to a couple of facts about this season. How well do you remember the results? So we'll start off with, and this won't be long. We'll only go into a few questions. But we'll start off with how many penalties have the team given away this season?
Oh, Jesus Christ. Farley at the back, you never know, do you? Penalties. I know there was one away at Worsborough. Ethan saved one at home against Swallownest, I think, yeah. And I can't remember if there was one at first game. Yeah, I think there was. Yeah, 3. I'm going to go 3.
It was 5, and
5.
Yeah, to be honest, I don't remember that many being given away, but I have missed 1 or 2 games this season, so I'm going to have to check that with the boss.
Is that including pre-season?
I'm not sure. Gaffer sent me these, so you're going to have to double check them with him. But I guess he's going to have known because he's got will have noted it all down. But it was 5, but not bad. Now, you did mention Ethan making a penalty save, so you got 1. But how many penalties has he saved in total this season?
In total, well, in the actual season, I think he's. And he saved. I think in the season he saved 1, but I'm sure he saved 1 in a friendly just at the start of the season. I'm gonna go 2 altogether.
It is 2. Well played, mate. It was 2. Yeah. I think it was in the, and I could be completely wrong here. and I could look stupid, but I think he did say one in the friendly against Lincoln Uni. I think.
Yeah, I was going to say the Lincoln Uni game. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what I
were
was
you at the
thinking.
Lincoln Uni game or not?
Yeah, but I didn't play because I was away with the first team.
Yeah, I was going to
Peterborough
say.
the next day.
I don't remember you playing, but I just couldn't remember if you were actually there or not to watch.
I was there, yeah, but I just didn't play.
Yeah, fair enough. But well played to be able to get two. That's a good answer. And do bear in mind that some of the, as with the first one about how many penalties they've been given away, they might be a bit tricky. But I guess the gaffer's only asked you them because he reckons
Yeah.
you've got probably one of the better memories of the players in the squad to remember the results this season. Okay, so question number 2 or 3, because the penalty one was sort of just categorised into one. Question 2: James Mann and Spencer Whitten have scored 2 goals in 2 games in the same matches this season. So they've both scored twice in 2 different matches.
Yeah.
Who were they against?
One was against Netlem. I can remember seeing that. I wasn't at that game. I can remember seeing that though. And the other one was at home, and I want to say Lincoln Uni again.
Oh, spot on, Scott. Got both games, and
I didn't play in either of them.
Yeah, but you know what, mate? That's decent. Good knowledge, mate. Good knowledge. Okay, question 3: Who came off for you at Harworth?
Oh. Ooh. Who came off for me?
Yeah, that's what he's got written down here.
Oh, who came? Oh, right, yeah. I was thinking that came off to go on the bench. No, John Walton.
Yeah, spot on again. Well played, mate. Good memory. Good memory. Okay, now question 4: Who was the youngest player playing a league game for the team this season?
Oh, youngest. Ethan Spenny or Tristan. Can't have a 16. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go Tristan.
I reckon that's a tough one though. It was Josh Fairwold. So not even.
Oh, Josh, yeah, of course, Josh. Forgot about Josh, yeah.
Yeah, fair enough. Unlucky, but final question: Who's the oldest on the management team? Could be tricky.
I don't want to offend anyone here.
Then they'll all take it on the chin, whoever you say.
Oh, I'm not too sure because Blake told me his age before this all happened. I was quite shocked by it. Gonna go for Luke.
Oh, well played, mate. It is Luke.
Luke, yeah.
Well done. So yeah, well played, Scott, mate. Out of, I think, if we're taking it each question 6, I think that's 4. So that's pretty impressive, mate. Good memory this season.
I'm happy with that.
That is decent, particularly considering we haven't played for ages now. But
Crazy now, yeah.
I reckon the gaffer sent these in for you because he reckons you're his closest competition for best knowledge of the squad.
Well, he probably knew how good my knowledge was when he couldn't beat me in the quiz.
Yeah, spot on, mate. And as we said, we're going to get a rematch soon. We'll get a rematch.
Oh, definitely, yeah, definitely.
But cheers for your time, Scott. Thanks very much for coming and chatting about yourself and the team, and also just sort of answering the quiz questions. Cheers, mate.
No worries at all.
And I hope you have a great rest of the evening and you're having an all right time during lockdown and get by all right.
You too, mate. You too.
All right, Scott. Cheers. Have a good one.
Nice one. Cheers, mate.